Confidence. Yesterday we talked about little Ben Hooper and the day he realized that he was a child of God, increased his self-respect, and then he added the preparation to it, eventually became the governor of Tennessee. The story today is about Viktor Serebryakov. Now, I should get points just for saying that name. Viktor Serebryakov. Now, if you look this up and Google it, it's written in several different ways. But I'm going to give you the gist of the story. When Serebryakov was a teenager, one of his local teachers told him that he was really wasting his time in school. That he was never going to be successful. And so the teacher, being an authority figure, he listened to it. So he dropped out of school. And for years, until he was 30, he had every odd job you can imagine. He would work at an hourly rate, and then he'd quit and get another job. And he was living in a little apartment in Canada where he was born and raised. And he applied for a job with the Canadian government. And in order to get the job, he had to take an IQ test. He scored 161. Well, if you know anything about IQ test, 161 is a genius. So, of course, there was some mistake, so retook the test. 161. So Serebryakov goes home and looks in a mirror. And you know what he sees? He sees a genius. You know what he had seen the day before? An itinerant laborer. All of a sudden, and he looks around that room and he says, this is not a place where a genius would live. So he enrolls in school, gets several degrees, develops patents, and becomes a very wealthy and successful man. Here's my question. How much knowledge did Viktor Serebryakov gain between the day before he took the IQ test and the day he took it? He didn't gain any knowledge. What was it that he gained? The whole picture of himself changed. The respect he had for himself. Until that day, he had seen himself as lacking in knowledge, not being smart enough to really be successful. He had no confidence because he didn't see himself as deserving the great things in life. You don't need to take an IQ test. You need to realize you know better than anybody else, but you're no worse. You need to develop the quality of self-respect and add to it preparation, and you'll develop the quality of confidence. And that will make you the best you that you can be.